Hi, it's John, and welcome to the channel. 8:42 a.m. on Trump Tariff Day, Saturday, February the 1st. And I'm grinning, but it's sad that this day has come. How we're going to get out of it is going to be very interesting over the next little while. I've got the big blue mug of coffee today. Lots of talk about Trump tariffs today. I actually did a whole video on this. I might release it later today. I don't know, but I wanted to talk about something that's been in the back of my mind over the last few days. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a radio broadcaster. I was a radio broadcaster, 30 to 35 years, semi-retired now. And something I learned from the time I went to school at Fanshawe College in London, Ontario in the mid-'80s, right up until the time I retired from radio, was be concise. I had teachers, I had news directors, sports directors, program directors. John, time is money, be concise, say what you need to say in as few words as possible. And people that can do that, you can understand, you believe, and you get the feeling that what they're saying is something they believe in as well. Now, over the years, I became a big fan and an admirer of Rush Limbaugh. And for those people who don't know, Rush Limbaugh was a huge broadcaster. He made the words appointment listening an actual thing. People used to set their alarms to listen to Rush. I used to tune in at noon when I was out east. And when I came out here into Alberta, I'd tune in at 10 o'clock in the morning. And every time I heard My City Was Gone by the Pretenders, and still to this day, I think of Rush Limbaugh. Limbaugh was a giant, completely changed talk radio the way we know it. He said something on the radio one day that I never forgot. And it was a quote from William Shakespeare. It was, "Brevity is the soul of wit." And that, in those few words, eloquent words from Shakespeare, is what all those people over the years in broadcasting tried to convey to me. Brevity is the soul of wit. And that's the quote I think about when I hear Mark Carney speak. So I'm going to play a clip from Mark Carney. Now, this is just a short section of a long description of his climate plan. And then right after it, I'm going to play a clip from somebody who translates Mark Carney, somebody you know very well, who in just a few words, and who might know the phrase, brevity is the soul of wit, is going to tell you what Mark Carney actually believes. So listen to this clip, and do you believe what Mark Carney is saying? Do you understand what Mark Carney is saying? And does Mark Carney believe and understand what he's actually saying in this short clip?
The way the system works, it's large companies that are affected by the output-based pricing system. So small and medium-sized companies that have relatively low carbon footprints, this also affects them. The carbon tax comes off them as well. Then they get a choice, and we'll design the incentive system for them. They get a choice whether to reduce emissions and also benefit from these types of credits. So we'll show those specific amounts to households for the various actions, small businesses. And then we as a government will take the emission reductions, those credits, and we will let them be sold into the output-based pricing system market, which has a credit system.
Every time I hear Carney speak extemporaneously, when he's not on script, that's what he sounds like to me. William Shakespeare had another quote, "Bullshit baffles brains." No, actually, Shakespeare didn't say that, but that's true. I had an English teacher who used to put BSBB on the board when you were padding, everything you were writing in class. Bullshit baffles brains. And that's what Mark Carney is doing here. I don't believe anything he says. I don't know that he believes anything he says. I don't even think he understands anything he says. You can kind of get the gist of what he's saying, but he does not know the phrase, brevity is the soul of wit. He's not a communicator, and he does not connect with me. Does he connect with you? Here, I'm going to end this video with somebody who translates what Mark Carney just said in just a few words, and you'll understand every bit of it, and he's somebody we need to run our country. I appreciate you watching this video. Thanks so much. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Please share it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.
He's announced that he will pause the carbon tax for a few months right before the election to trick people into re-electing the Liberals. After the election, he will bring in a much bigger carbon tax when he no longer needs your vote, but still needs your money. He has said that this bigger carbon tax will only apply to businesses. Well, that's how it is now. When you fill up your tank today, there's no CRA tax collector standing there waiting to collect it from you. It applies on the wholesale industry, which passes it on to the retail vendor, who pass it on to you.